Hello, yogis, and welcome to the Ayurveda 10 module of either the Yogi Institute 300 program or the independent module of Ayurveda 10, where you're doing it for continued education. My name is Jill Enticknap, and I am the owner founder of Yogi Institute, and I am super happy to be here with you today for this training. This training is a 10-hour training, and it's broken up into 3 parts, technically 4 parts, but I would say 3 parts. So we have the practicum, which is what we will go through, you and I, Yogi Institute manual, we'll use that. We'll look at a lot of different Ayurvedic concepts. Then there is the professionals videos, and that is in the training portal, and there is 2 hours of professionals videos. So I wanted to bring in the best videos that I could find of Ayurvedic professionals in the industry. And I did this mainly because I am not a certified Ayurvedic doctor, and I wanted you to have information from that. So this training, it's just 10 hours. And there are, in India, there are doctors that are Ayurvedic doctors. And so it could be a 4-year program that they're in. It can be an 8-year program that they're in order to teach this information. I wanted to give a deeper introduction to Ayurveda, because for me, as a yoga teacher, I want to find tools that empower me to live my dharma and teach yoga. And Ayurveda has been a very pivotal tool for me in teaching and sharing this practice because of the tools that it offers me in order to take care of myself. It offers longevity. It offers being in harmony with nature and really using different tools to energize the body, to have open energy, to open to intuition, to have the energy in order to teach yoga classes. And so that's what I use it for my own self-care, for my own longevity. So that's really why I decided that it was important to have this part of the training in place. Ayurveda, you could go so much more in depth with this. You can go for Ayurvedic treatments. You can even go to an Ayurvedic doctor's office. Like, it is one of India's main forms of medical system. It's different than our medical system here. And what I love about it is that it treats the person as a whole rather than just as a symptom or an illness or a disease or an injury. It treats the human as a whole. It takes in so many different aspects of life, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and it treats it from that space. And then it uses natural remedies to bring in wellness. Rather than focus on sickness, it focuses on wellness. So there's 2 hours of videos from other professionals that I thought were the best that I could find, the best information. And then there is an hour and a half of practices. Again, these are videos where different professionals share practices that work for them. That can have to do with food. It can have to do with your morning routine. It can have to do with your yoga practice. I've incorporated all of these different pieces in the practices section so that you can find and discover routines and ways that you can use this knowledge in your own life to increase your longevity and to give you the energy that you need to live your dharma. And then the 4th piece, which is going to be tied into the practicum aspect, is we're going to look at 4 different online Ayurvedic tests. Now, these tests, they range massively from how in-depth they are to how surface they are. So one of the tests is 10 questions. Another one of the tests is 130 questions. And it gives us a really good contrast to help us to understand all of the different information. And also, it also gives us the understanding of how this information is used to identify your constitution when you were born, and where you are today when looking to use this knowledge to diagnose certain problems or challenges in your life. So that's what the tests are there for. And it's such a wide spectrum of how much information they gather in order to create a system of treatment to get you back on track. So it's really interesting, these 4 tests and how the contrast is between them. So the final assignment for this is you're going to send me, what was it? Is it, I just have to remind myself here. You're going to send me five ways that you're going to implement this knowledge into your life. 5 ways. So it could be, one way is to do tongue scraping. It could be, another way is you're going to start each morning with a warm glass of lemon water or ginger water. So it doesn't have to be these big life-changing things, just little wellness tools that you can implement into your life. How are you going to take this knowledge and implement it into your life? 5 ways. So that's the final assignment. You're just going to send me an email. You're going to say, hey, I completed the module. These are the 5 ways that I am going to implement this into my daily life or into my weekly life. And it even could be if you know that you're someone that that experiences vata imbalance a lot, which we'll get to understand what that means. Your commitment may be to help balance out your vata energy. You're going to do a restorative yoga practice once a week. So it doesn't even have to be something that you do daily. It can be something that you do weekly. It could be making the commitment to taking the dosha test that you're most drawn to or you enjoy the most once a month, to just see if you can use that as a tool to see where you're at and how you're changing. So it doesn't have to be daily. It can be weekly, monthly. And or maybe it's that you're going to search out an Ayurvedic doctor and you're going to go and see them and talk to them and share with them. And so maybe that's a one-time thing. But the assignment is, send me 5 ways that you're going to implement this into your life. So that's kind of the course overview. We're going to look at and gain a deeper understanding of the 3 different doshas. We're going to look at imbalances. We're going to look at healing the doshas or bringing them back into balance. We're going to look at how we can use food as medicine and how Ayurveda has a very different way of looking at food and what we put in our bodies and what true nutrition is. It's really, really interesting. And it's a total shift from the traditional way that we look at it. So there is your course overview. We're going to head into the foundations of Yogi Institute and create that foundation. If you've taken multiple modules before, you've probably heard the information before, but every time we hear it, it sinks and settles more deeply into us. So I will see you in the next video.